Hi, good afternoon. This is Homestead Diary. This is Amber. And this is kind of a serious topic of disappointment. And we give a lot and we expect a lot and we work really hard. And we share a lot of our lives with other people. And we're probably going to label this disappointment because when you're walking and walking and walking with somebody and they call themselves auntie to your children and they go on road trips with you and they spend time with you and they wear the same clothes you wear and they take photos and they make food with you and they break bread with you and they sit around the table and chat with you. And then they take a step back when you're walking. One step back, just one step. And then all of a sudden you feel a jab in your back. Like they just stabbed you in the back. They just literally stabbed you in the back. And you wonder, where did this come from? What could have possibly convinced them that you were a different person? What could have changed their mind? What could anyone have said to them that made them feel like they didn't trust you anymore? Like you were no longer trustworthy. You were no longer the person that they thought you were. That they heard this and they heard that and they thought that maybe those buckets that were behind your house belonged to somebody else, but they didn't. And gossip and talk and lies. And then they realize that they've made this mistake and they've ruined what they had. And I don't know who's more disappointed, if they're more disappointed in themselves or if we're more disappointed in them. But with disappointment, you can't really go back and not be disappointed. I mean, there's forgiveness, there's understanding, but you can't respect somebody again that stabs you in the back. You know, you can't walk comfortably with them, next to them, and fully trust that they won't do it again, no matter how much they apologize and they misunderstood and they respect you and everyone knows you to be a good person. And I just heard something and I acted upon it and I started spreading it and like, why not call me? Why not ask me? But it's not in their nature, I guess, to just talk. And we call it people who aren't capable of confronting their environment. So you have a situation. My husband calls it OODA loop. So observe, orient, decide, and then act. And you see, you observe that something has changed. You might feel a knife in your back. And you have to decide, what are you going to do about that? And how are you going to act? And rather than act in anger or frustration, I'm acting in disappointment and sadness in a way, but appreciation to God for showing me the truth. It's hurtful and it's hard, but it could always be harder, and we can always learn that family and freedom take work and take respect. You have to respect each other. There's no way I would ever do anything like that to my husband, and he would never do that to me. And true friends would never do that to each other. And so disappointment is probably in the loss of a true friend that I hoped that would have been true. And I don't know if you've ever experienced it, but grief is a really hard thing to accept because you want to believe that they'll never do it again. You want to forgive, you want to forget, but it's not reality. And in these times, we have to base our decisions on reality. Like, what they do is more important than what they say. And you got to just move on and find other people who will respect and treat you the way you would treat them. By confronting them and saying, hey, I heard this, it concerns me. Is it true, or can you explain this to me? Or why would somebody say that? Or can you prove it even? I mean, just directly tell them. I'm not sure about you, even though I should be sure about you, but they weren't. But wow, it's hard. And because it's happened so many times, it's like, why do people behave like this? And she didn't get the jab. It's not like she's lost her mind because she's one of the jabbed and she's walking around like a zombie. I'm sorry if you got the jab. Sorry if this is not something I should be saying, but maybe we'll cut that part out. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's just sad that the anxiety in the world today is just selfish. And I pray to God that he sends me some people that aren't selfish and backstabbing, because I'm kind of sick of pulling out knives from my back. I kind of would just rather walk in fellowship with my community and my friends and my neighbors and work my butt off to survive this. But just, I guess, OODA loop. So observe, orient, decide, and act. OODA loop. Have a great night. Bless you. Have a blessed day or day tomorrow. Okay. Bye.